in victory and defeat, from this day until my last day. The King in the North!
When you're a two-time All-NBA first pick and have one championship ring by your third season, it's safe to say that you're at the top of the world. Kawhi's estimated net worth is $35 million on top of his $90 million deal with the Toronto Raptors. That's pretty impressive, right? What's even more impressive is Kawhi's lifestyle. From hosting annual basketball youth camps to a house with 10.5 bathrooms and giving back to the community, the man really knows how to spend his hard-earned money. What we know about Kawhi Leonard is that he was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, with football as his main sport and with his father's encouragement and support. Ugh, imagine having your dad dress up as a cheerleader for your game? Kidding aside, Kawhi used to work in his family's hand car wash, along with his father putting up prolonged shifts while he was attending high school and shifting his attention to basketball. Needless to say, Kawhi had a strong bond with his father, from supporting his sport to working with him in the hand car wash. I bet they had real dad-son moments about their dreams, aspirations, or maybe even petty things. Now that's a bond that cannot be broken. Unfortunately, in January of 2008, Kawhi Leonard's dad, Mark Leonard, was shot while he was working at their Compton, California car wash. Mark Leonard was trying to get off work early to watch Kawhi's basketball game like the supportive father that he is. His assailant is still unidentified to this day. Just imagine the horror it inflicted on Kawhi. No wonder he's so silent and introverted. Like anybody else, Kawhi's life crumbled at the news of his father's passing. However, he still had the courage to play for the Riverside Kings, scoring 17 points, which ended in their defeat against Compton Dominguez. It showed the resilience of Kawhi Leonard regardless of any adversities, a trait of a champion indeed. After the game, Kawhi broke down into tears along with his mother, and he was never the same again. His past now serves as the foundation of who he is. Incredibly, Kawhi turned a tragedy into his inspiration, which clearly empowered him to this day. Kawhi even said, quote, "He'd be very proud. I try to play as hard as I can each night. That's what my father wanted me to do." A humble man from humble beginnings, Kawhi probably took what he learned growing up and applied it to his career and who he is now. That's why he's a very successful person. Kawhi also knows how to give back to his community by hosting an annual youth basketball camp in his home state of California. His charity means a lot to him, as he expressed in a recent interview, quote, "I do this every year for the kids. They come out and have fun and just spend time with them." Then he adds, quote, "It means a lot to me. Not only that he spends time with these kids and lets them live a dream by playing with one of the biggest stars in the NBA, he also teaches fundamentals of playing basketball, having fun reminding kids the importance of reaching their goals. After being named the 2014-15 NBA Defensive Player of the Year, he received an oversized trophy and keys to a new Kia Sorento. While he was proud and gracious about receiving the award and trophy, he might be looking forward about the car, which he donated to Respite Care, a center providing aid for children in need. What a role model. Kawhi also said, quote, "Respite Care needs that car to transfer kids and give them a chance to see a better side of life. The charity, which looks after children with special needs or those who have been taken into protective custody, was in great need of a new vehicle to take the children around the city. The charity used the same old car since they started their foundation way back in 1987. With Kawhi's donation, the new car will be used to take the children to doctor's appointments, museums, and the zoo. Or maybe the occasional basketball game to watch Kawhi claw his way into the finals." Bert Feister, who's the foundation's president and CEO, mentioned, quote, "For Kawhi to make this gesture, he's holding these kids high, and many of these kids have never had someone to think of them. It's good to know that despite being frugal, Kawhi has the heart to give out to people in need." Even without signing with major sponsors like his co-NBA superstars LeBron James and Stephen Curry, Kawhi signed with New Balance. Even with that, he's still racking up tens of millions up his sleeve. Just imagine when he signs with an actual hip brand. Now you might wonder, this guy must be buying fancy stuff, right? Well, you're right and wrong. Kawhi still drives his 1997 Chevy Tahoe that he had back in high school. The reason isn't because he used up all his money on limousines and Siberian tigers. The reason for that is because, quote, "it runs, and it's paid off." Kawhi said that himself. A fitting line from a very humble man. Kawhi, however, isn't exactly flawless like Snow White. I bet he wishes he was. If there's one thing we know, it's that Kawhi Leonard barely spends his money, but it doesn't guarantee he's 100% down to earth. It just means he knows how to spend his money well and doesn't really care about material things. Oh, wait, does he? Eventually, his friends and family peer pressured our frugal guy into an upgrade. As to enjoy some of the fruits of his labor, he copped another silver ride, but this time a Porsche. Oh man, I hope he doesn't buy a yacht next time just because he gave in to peer pressure. On a side note, Kawhi decided to move from the City of Angels to America's finest city, where he bought a $13 million property. Who doesn't want to live in San Diego? Just look at the beaches and the experience living there. From their craft beers to their good food, what more could you ask for? Kawhi did it a little bit over the top by having what the LA Times described as an extensively renovated Tuscan-style estate that's 13,000 square feet. Not only that, but it has 7 bedroom suites and 10.5 bathrooms. I'm sure he'll have plenty of time and space to enjoy his bubble bath. I bet he could even fit Dumbo in there. Man, he even has a gourmet kitchen, not that he only eats red apples all the time, 2 offices, and a temperature-controlled wine vault. Just imagine having a great steak in your gourmet kitchen and then going to all the paperwork he has to read in his office after grabbing a 100-year-old wine from his wine vault. What a way to work. Not only that, Kawhi has a spa-like bath indoors in addition to the outdoor spa, where a multi-section pool with waterfall features are sitting just beside a fire pit, Baja decks, tennis court, and fruit orchard. Seems like the perfect retirement home. You can also take a peek inside his home theater that will beat your lazy boy in its lounger seats. Right after doing a Michael Bay marathon, Kawhi can also go straight to his own home workout facility to burn all the hype from the Michael Bay marathon he did, and then go straight to the dry bar to steam off all the bad hype inside his home. Man, Kawhi sure knows luxury. I just hope he doesn't really do that Michael Bay marathon. With all the amenities in his house, we just have one question. Can you blame him? Just look at that gorgeous mansion. Who wouldn't want such an awesome home? A humble man in his not-so-humble abode. Before we judge Kawhi's spending on his house saying it can feed a lot of hungry children, let's not forget LeBron James purchased a house for $23 million. I mean, as far as we know, Michael Jordan is still the GOAT by building a $29 million house. It's just something that has to do with MJ, who likes building an empire. Well, there's a rumor going around that Kawhi was reported to have bought a home in Toronto. However, much of it is still unknown to us. Perhaps the Toronto Raptors will keep performing extremely well for the upcoming seasons, who knows? They've been dominating the 2018-19 NBA season against the Golden State Warriors anyway. Granted, Kevin Durant wasn't able to perform to his full potential in the 2019 finals. Maybe this is the start of a new kingdom, stomping and beating LeBron's Lakers and Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry's Golden State Warriors. Kawhi might actually play with the Toronto Raptors for a long time, just like what Michael Jordan did with the Chicago Bulls. Or is he just buying a leisure house and is actually planning to be a free agent, just like what LeBron James is doing, looking for fresh talent to play with? Just imagine him shifting teams and winning rings. It wouldn't be too bad to see him claw his way on top of the NBA. Whichever it may be, one thing is for sure. Kawhi is pretty much capable of buying whatever property he wants, from his sunny San Diego mansion to a dull, cold place somewhere in Alaska, or even a house in the top subdivision in the country. Only Kawhi knows which decision can increase his income and satisfaction towards life and towards his general well-being. Speaking of well-being and things he likes, despite signing a $94 million contract, Kawhi Leonard still can't resist free food. This NBA star has actually a fond love for Wingstop, and he can't get enough of their wings. He was known for consistently using promotional coupons to get their wings for free, but now Wingstop personally sends him his supply out of pure generosity. Money and fame aside, being a professional athlete has some pretty awesome unexpected perks. For now, we're left to wonder which property or car Kawhi will buy next. Maybe his friends and family will push him again towards another more luxurious purchase. Well, it's time to wrap up This Is How Kawhi Spends His Millions, as we look for Wingstop coupons and hopefully have the mango habanero craze Kawhi was so addicted with. Let us know your opinion on how Kawhi spends his money in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to see more great stories on the richest. See you next time.